the basil of the house, the caring, sensible, loving wife, the first woman to embrace Islam, the mother of the believers, Khadijah bint Khuwaylid.
Khadijah returned to her home after this long absence. So life crept into the home after it had been desolate, and it shone after it had been dark. Khadijah's friends quickly congratulated her on her safety, and the women who were cut off from her given in those 3 years came to her with their eyes filled with tears of joy and their hearts filled with discontent with the cruel infidels of Mecca. The house began to be filled with the common Muslims, and the verses of the Holy Quran were echoing throughout it, recited by the Messenger and his followers individually or in groups. Muslims no longer hid with their religion, after the likes of Hamza ibn Abd al-Muttalib, the Prophet's uncle, and Umar ibn al-Khattab converted to Islam, and Islam took pride in them. The infidels were angry that the blockade returned without what they had hoped for. They believed that they would kill Muhammad and those with him by starvation, and that the days would relieve them of them. But the blockade was broken by the power of Allah. Muslims left safely, and their news spread throughout the Arabian Peninsula and became the talk of the near and far people. Some people were amazed by it and stopped at this amazement, and others were amazed by it and saw in it a miracle that indicated Muhammad's connection with Allah and his Lord standing by his side. So they turned to him and extended their hands to him, acknowledging their Islam and joining his ranks that grew every day. Khadijah returned to her trade, and her clients came to her buying and selling. She was pleased with the light of Islam, which was intensifying and extending, and not hindered by the dams and obstacles that the polytheists were trying to put before it. The polytheists looked at Khadijah's house and wished they had demolished and removed it. Abu Lahab and his wife looked at the Muslims as they entered and left this house. So their anger increased and their hatred flared up. Until when night approached, they tried to settle down in their bed, but sleep refused to mix with their eyelids. How would they sleep while the voices of Muslims were emanating from Khadijah's house with the Quran, then reaching their hearts like deadly arrows? They had no choice but to go up to the roof of the house, look at Khadijah's house with agitated looks, and draw their ears to what the Muslims said and to what they recited of the verses of the Holy Quran. Each of them liked to light a fire so it would devour this house that had disturbed their sleep. One night, Khadijah's house stayed up until dawn, and Abu Lahab and his wife stayed up with her. When morning came, Abu Lahab went to the Quraysh forum, with his eyes uttering the insomnia they had suffered. Then he shouted with anger shaking him, "How long, people? How can we be patient with what we are in? The vessel has overflowed, patience has run out, and the breaths have narrowed. After today, we will no longer remain silent about this danger." When some of them wanted to calm his revolution, his anger intensified, and he shouted in agitation, "If you were Khadijah's neighbor, you would know what we are going through. And if you extended your gaze a little, you would see what Muhammad's religion is heading towards. Shall we be patient until the matter gets out of our hands? The matter is no longer a matter of insults and curses, nor a matter of blockade and imprisonment. It no longer benefits other than the last arrow." One said calmly, "But Muhammad is your nephew, O Abdul Uzza." Then his agitation intensified, and he said harshly, "We cut off that connection, and we cut off that kinship. There is no longer lineage or reason between us and Muhammad. When the man drew his attention to his brother Abu Talib and his help to Muhammad, he said sharply, "And so is Abu Talib. I cut off what was between me and him for the sake of Muhammad. So do whatever you want. Extinguish this fire that is spreading. Have you not seen that it has come out of Mecca to other regions? Have you not seen Muhammad offer himself to the tribes and spread his religion among them? Did Abu Talib lift a finger? Have you not seen that he guarded Muhammad and entered the mountain path with him? Then what do you hope for from him? But the root of the biggest trouble is in Khadijah's house and her wealth." He was silent for a while, then said with an extreme anger, "Khadijah's people are with Muhammad. Do not be deceived by some of them who delayed their conversion to Islam. Do you not see her sister Hala and her son? They have not converted to Islam, but they have not antagonized Muhammad, and they have not cut ties with Khadijah's house. Have you not seen some of them who have not openly embraced Islam, not hesitate to sneak in the dark to the mountain pass with food to spoil our plan? Have you not seen her brother's children embrace Islam one by one and they become fanatic for it?" He paused for a moment, then said, trembling with malice, "Do not be deceived by some of those who show enmity to Muhammad from her people. For if they are not spies for Khadijah, then they are thinking of Islam." Then he raised his voice, saying, "I think you should start with Khadijah. Then everything will be easy after that." One person said calmly, "And if we start with Abu Talib?" Abu Lahab was furious and said in confusion, "I have stated my opinion, so start wherever you wish, but do not sleep. The matter is serious, and delaying work for one day delays us for a year. If we delay, Muhammad will win, and we will be defeated." Then their opinion settled on addressing Abu Talib concerning Muhammad's matter. Either he convinces Muhammad to abandon his religion, or he washes his hand of him, or the third opinion, which is inevitable, hostility towards him and Muhammad. But more about that meeting is left for the next time.